Hi, so my name is LeTonya Shaw, and I've been in HR for over 20 years. Over the course of my career, I have laid off thousands of people. I've shut down plants, I've ended accounts, I've had that one on one conversation to let people know that they would no longer be employed with the company. On the flip side, I've also been laid off 4 times over the course of my career, most recently in October of 2024. During my first layoff, I had a vision to start an LLC to help other displaced workers navigate through being displaced from a job. I know the feeling. I clearly remember the first time I got laid off. I was aware that layoffs were taking place across the company, but you never believe it's going to be you. And I clearly remember like it was yesterday. This was in 2007. The manager sitting across from me telling me that I was no longer going to be employed with the company. His mouth was moving, but all I heard was, "Thank you, but your services are no longer needed." I remember he let me go home for the day. And I remember getting up out of my office and walking through the building, being so embarrassed, feeling like I was stupid, feeling like I wasn't worthy, feeling like everything was over. However, after that layoff and the next one and the next one, I have landed in even better places and have had better opportunities. And I will say that I now understand that sometimes I needed to be able to exit to excel. I have learned so many things on the business side, as well as during these transitions, because with a lot of companies, they will provide outplacement services to people like me to help us land. They provide us with a job coach. They redo our resume. They do our LinkedIn profile. We're able to take all kind of classes. And I understand that everybody does not have that opportunity. So I've decided that now it's time for me to share my story to let you know that you're not alone. I want to share with you on the business side how decisions are made, how even to increase your value in an organization to hopefully mitigate a layoff, and also to share the tools and information and resources I've learned over the 25 years to help you transition and land in a better place than you were before. It can be done. I am proof that it can be done. So I'm hoping you'll join me every week on the podcast. I've titled the podcast, "Thank You, but your services are no longer needed," because in HR, and we'll talk more about this, we are trained to deliver the message in a way that is respectful, that is professional, but also that is short. And I know if you're on the receiving end of that, it seems very impersonal, it seems very cold, but just know that it's not personal, it's all business. And also know from the HR side that it is extremely hard for us as well. I know sometimes it doesn't come across that way. I know sometimes we don't look like it, but having been on that side of the table, delivering the message to someone, it is heart wrenching at times. I've had grown men break down and cry in front of me. And I've had to be very stoic and just say, "Here's a Kleenex." But it's not easy. I still remember when we decided to sell a certain part of the business in New Jersey and we had to shut down this plant. They only had 35 people. The plant manager had been there for 17 years. The least tenured person had been there for 8 years. And, we made the announcement. We made it like a month in advance. And then over the course of time, we're getting ready for the transition. And the last day, we had rented out a ballroom at a hotel to give them a nice luncheon and a gift bag. And they all got up together to take a group picture. And we sat down, and the gentleman beside me said, "This is the last time we're all going to be together." And I couldn't help it. I started crying. And he looked at me like, "Oh, this bothers you too?" And I'm like, how could it not bother me? I mean, for some reason, people think that people in HR don't feel these actions, but we do. And to this day, that was in 2003. And I remember it today like it was yesterday. And I've never forgotten those 35 men. Some of them, this is the only job they had had. The one who had been there for 8 years, this is what the plant manager told me. His mother came and talked to the plant manager about giving her son a job because he had a learning disability and couldn't get hired anywhere else. And the plant manager took a chance on him and hired him. 8 years later, that gentleman that was hired carried around that want ad in his wallet. I still think about the men that we had to let go in their 60s, some of them in their 70s. I still think about that gentleman that had been there for 8 years whose mama went up there to advocate on his behalf to get a job. I still think about from them from time to time, wondering where they landed, where they are. So again, there's so many stories I have, but just know that you're not alone. Just know that you can come out on the better side. You can exit to excel throughout this whole process. And I'm here to help you through that. So I'm hoping you'll join me. Please comment, send me messages. I will, answer your questions. I know there's so many things to talk about, everything from LinkedIn to how do you leverage AI to how do you network. I have answers. I don't proclaim to know every single thing, but I know a lot. I do know a lot, and I'm willing to share. And my purpose in all this is I do believe that all of those layoffs have brought me to this time here, that this is my calling, this is my passion, this is what I do. And I'm excited to help you. I'm excited to walk this journey with you as you exit to excel. I'll see you soon.